All right, so I just got back from work and I kind of want to give you a 2 week update on my situation. So earlier in the summer, I got this really great opportunity to come to London for a year. I was hesitant at first to take it because, like family, my friends, my life, my roots are still in the United States. I also had a really dope spot in New York. Loved the apartment, loved the rent, loved the location. My roommate was super cool. Also was really starting to develop a nice routine and community in New York. So I was like, man, I'm really uprooting myself and just starting completely new. However, as I'm talking to you right now, I'm in London in like an Airbnb situation right now. So you clearly know like my decision on it. I just knew this is a rare, maybe even once in a lifetime opportunity. Two, like I always wanted to study abroad in college, but never had the chance because I was running track. And then I had the chance senior year and then COVID. So a lot of things just kept falling through the cracks on that. Third, I just knew this would be pretty cool to travel around, have London as a hub and explore most of Europe. And then fourth, this is only a year, like it's a year kind of rotation. So I'll be in, I'll be out. I'm still going to get back home to like my roots and stuff. So I'm going to kind of talk about how it's been so far, run you through the good, the bad, the ugly, talk about the annoying things first, then the interesting things, and then talk about the really good things. But before that, let me just tell you the story of how I got here. So left September 1st, landed September 2nd. I had 4 suitcases to my name, and like that's pretty much it. Did not have a permanent housing situation. Did not have too many friends. I think I knew 1, maybe 3 people in London. I knew a lot of friends of friends or cousins of friends, but really only like 1 or 2 people in London. Did not have certain things. Like I don't have a UK bank account. I knew it was going to be rough the first few days but I kind of thought I would get in rhythm a lot quicker than I did, but I'm still adjusting. So some of the annoying things first, I'm like generally pretty tired most of the time, like lack of sleep, but also I have not been adjusting the 5-hour time difference. For some reason, it really took a toll on my body, especially around that 3 o'clock period at work. Another reason why the sleep hasn't been so great is last year there's this 3-month heat wave that hit London. People were loving it out all the time. This summer is different. I hear it was pretty rainy, except for when I landed. I brought the heat, I brought the sun, I brought the weather. So when I came, it was quite hot, great weather. Every person I talked to said, hey, like London isn't like this, like don't get used to this. And they're not used to this either. There is no AC. So at night, I'd go to sleep in just a hot sweat, go to sleep hot, wake up in a sweat, throat dry, just total mess, take a shower in the morning. But like the city of London, there's not much AC in the actual like buildings and flats and housing and unit. The food quality, granted, I'm sure there are some very, very nice spots, but for me, I'm always in 2 modes. Like fine dining, let's say it's like a birthday, anniversary, I'm taking someone out special, that's like 20% of the time. And then there's the 80%, like the general, like coming off of work, we're trying to grab a snack before going out, something along those like good quality, good quantity, so I'm not hungry, and also really good value and super easy and accessible. For me, that's like Chipotle when I'm like, hey, like I just finished the gym or just finished work, let me get some Chipotle. I know it's going to fill me up. Cool. That is not the case. Even Chipotle here is like, they just don't give enough food. Quantity is always pretty shortchanged.
What the fuck y'all doing? Y'all rationing around here? Come on, hook me up. 2 little fucking string beans. String beans.
Quality, it's not, there's certain places that aren't that great.
You seriously charge $300?
It's like 4.2 stars on the map. I'm like, that's really like a US 3.5, so, but I'm sure there's some nice places. The funny thing is, I'm not a foodie. Like if you ask me what are my favorite spots in New York, I honestly couldn't tell you because I just really didn't care that much. It was a shock if I had a place that was like not good.
Oh, so you cooked it and you didn't even taste it.
But now it's a shock if I have a place that I'm like, whoa, this is fire. Speaking of food quality and paying for stuff, I'm not quite used to like paying for stuff in pounds. So I feel like I'm being screwed over. Additionally, I don't have a UK bank account, so I'm not paying for stuff in pounds. When there's a currency exchange, and like back in my mind, I'm like, look, I'm losing money somehow. So once I get a UK bank account, once I kind of get comfortable with the things that are cheaper here but more expensive there, and I know what to buy and know where to buy stuff, I think I'll be all right with that. What else is bad? Super annoying. Oh, speaking of being screwed over, the housing market is also quite annoying. I'm used to it because of doing the New York housing market, whatever. So I'm used to like how diligent you have to be, how expensive, but also small the places are. There's more paperwork you have to do after you found a spot. They actually really, really care about the references. New York, None of that stuff really matters too much. Two more annoying things. One, because I'm in this temporary housing, I'm in this like Airbnb type situation to like find a permanent spot. I'm still constantly living out of my suitcases. So I can't fully unpack. I can't fully stay packed. It's this weird middle hybrid ground. And then lastly, it's a lot lonelier than I thought. Obviously, I knew one or two people coming into London. So I knew internally in London, it'd be pretty lonely. But externally, like calling people back home, it's lonely because that 5-hour difference isn't huge, but it's like when I'm getting off of work and I want to call people, like my family or my friends, people are still in work. In the morning when I have some time going to work, when I either call my mom or dad, like they're not even awake yet. And my siblings who now are all the way in California, so that's like an 8-hour time difference. Like I really can only call them on the weekend unless I want to stay up because they're also in college. So like they wake up late and it's just a very interesting dynamic. A lot lonelier than I thought. But London is quite interesting. I find it cool. People are super environmentally conscious. There's like compost at work and you're looking for flats. They like tell you the energy consumption rating. There's a good amount of light posts that are actually electric charging stations for cars and stuff. So London is far more spread out than New York. In London, things are spread out. In New York, things are spread up. Going from Brooklyn to Harlem, 40 minutes, but going from like Shoreditch to like Notting Hill or Brixton, it like things are just much more spread out. London is super bikeable. A lot of people are on bikes here. And they actually follow the traffic rules. It's quite interesting when people stop at like cars. Obviously, there's people who fly by, but like New York, traffic signs for bikes is just not a thing. So what's really good about London is super clean. Yeah, the tax is high, but you can tell it's going into keeping the place clean. There's a lot of pride in the city, pride in taking care of what we have. Like, I've been here for like 2 weeks. What they have, it's also cool to see. Obviously, UK's been here for a long time. So there's a lot of history, some history taken from other countries, but there's a lot of history in the UK. But also there's a lot of diversity. So it's cool because there's so many people who have come generations ago, people like me coming now, a bunch of expats, a lot of diversity in people. You really, really see in the people for sure. Like there's some good looking women out here.
Watch how we react for number one.
Okay, so this is where things get. See? Contestant number one.
Like, you know, you see it all around. So cool. The dance and club scene is super cool. So I've taken a few dance classes, gone out a good amount. My office I work at has a really nice gym, so I don't really have to worry about that. So that's like a big perk. Biggest news is I actually found an apartment. Like it fits all my bills. I want it to be close to the city. I'm here for a good time, not a long time. I want it to be in my price range. I'm here for a good time, not a long time. And I wanted it to be close to the Tube and Overground. So I actually found a nice spot right under King's Cross. In terms of my final thoughts on London, I thought I would get in a routine with things a lot quicker than I did. That's not going to be the case. Like I still don't even have a UK bank account. I just found a spot earlier this week. It's going to take some time to get adjusted. I think once I am adjusted, things are going to get cracking. So I'm like super excited for like how things will be. And then the last thing I'll say is that I think once I get situated, I think London is really going to blow my mind in terms of my hopes, my dreams, my expectations for it. So super excited for the cool things to come. I'm going to try to keep documenting this whole experience, both on the daily level, but also these kind of weekly reflections and kind of keep you guys updated. So super excited. Keep you posted. Is there a UK phrase we say? I don't know. Cheers. Yeah, we say cheers now. I'll see you guys. Big.